So the market has been rising really nicely in the last 24 hours, meaning we've got our brand new schedule on when the market's going to drop and when the market is going to go and rise. On top of that, we'll be talking about everything that has been released in the last 24 hours and talking about any investments. But before we do start, if you guys are interested, I do offer a daily subscriber training guide over on my Twitch, and you can get it for free with Amazon Prime. All you gotta do is click on the top link on the description and you can subscribe over here. Again, it is free of Amazon Prime. If not, it is £5, €5 or $6. In there, you'll go and get yourself daily updated subscriber guides with daily updated investments, daily updated silver prices for silver trading, daily updated shadow prices for people who want to do shadow trading. So yeah, it should be nice and interesting for you guys who are interested in trading. So let's go and talk about everything that's been dropped in the last 24 hours and all the investments. And yeah, just again, the main thing is what we've kind of learned in the last, I guess, 3 days about how the market now should react and what the cycle of the market is going to be now that they've changed up when they're doing hero and icon SBCs. But on top of hero SBCs, yesterday we went and got ourselves a Robbie Keane. Although actually, I think more importantly, we got ourselves the Max 88 base icon upgrade repeatable. The SBC that we had on the Sunday was repeatable yesterday at the 7 PM, and as someone who only streams till half 6, thank God this is the last SBC that expires at 7, because again, I didn't really want to change my schedule up, so yeah, now finally content's actually getting dropped when I'll be live, so happy days. Again, if you guys aren't aware, I do stream from around about 9 till half 6 every single day, very rarely having a day off. So if you guys ever have any questions or, you know, not too sure, do feel free to go and join the stream, and yeah, we can go and ask you any questions. So the icon SBC came out yesterday, and you know, people went and completed it again. The main thing, let's go and talk about how did Fodder react. We can see 84s, they went from 2.5 and they're up to 3.4. 85s, they got down to 6k and they're up to 6.4. 86s, they were about 11k and they're down to about, well, 10.5, 11. 87s, they were 14k and they're currently going for around about 1450. And that is about that. Team of the weeks, they did really nicely as well. We can see that 86 team weeks were about 21k. Now they're closing on 23k. 88 rated team of the weeks. We have 87s. There you go. 87 rated team of the weeks. It's going to show you how those were yesterday. They're going for around about 27.5. They're up to 28.5. And the 88 rated team of the weeks, it's going to show you yesterday. They were around about 31.5. And they're still 31.5 because I guess there haven't been any high rated informs needing them. Now, how did the market react to the icon SBC? Well, obviously the first time it came out, the market absolutely died. Well, what we saw this time is we saw a little bit of panic selling going into it, but the market went even higher after it. This is because already, well, the vast majority of panic selling already occurred, and people are kind of in the motion of buying their teams. So the reason that there is a completely different trend with the first time of the icon SBC coming out and the second time the icon SBC comes out is about 3 different reasons. One, the first time the icon SBC came out, we didn't expect it. And because we didn't expect for it, we didn't prepare for it. Which meant the market crashed because people didn't prepare, because they only reacted once it came out. 2, the market was dropping anyway. The market was dropping anyway because the time they released it was on a Sunday. Sunday, the market will traditionally drop because this is when people are selling their week in need teams. The second time it was released is obviously when people are building their week in need teams. So that's why you see polar opposites, because the incentive to buy players on a Sunday, very low. The incentive to buy players one day before week in league, very high. So what we did go and see, also, people when I was talking in the first point saying people were preparing about selling their teams, people also are a lot more prepared with fodder. A lot of people would have had, you know, a bit more fodder going into this icon SBC than last icon SBC, meaning they were, you know, I guess less selling their players to go and buy fodder. So there we go, I guess kind of the same point as the first one. So what do we see? Well, we saw a little bit of panic selling going into it, but then we've seen even higher prices out the back end of it, and these cards should rise till around about 11 AM today. We can see the same here with Trent. Trent had a nice rise after rewards, went to 355. If we go and refresh now, he's up to about 360, so a little bit more now. Paul Scholes was about 150 before. If we go and refresh it now, it's now going for about 165. And we'll show you a few more examples in a bit. So basically what we can take away from this is that players were more after the icon SBC than before the icon SBC on the Thursday, whereas I wouldn't guarantee that this trend would occur, well, with the hero SBC we expect to go and get on the Sunday. Player SBCs, we went and got ourselves a we got ourselves a Talvin. Talvin didn't really do anything. Pretty mediocre card, no playstyle plus. You know, good for your French Serie A teams, but very mediocre card. Double 4 stars, quite nice. Also, I swear this guy's leaked to have a way better card than be in the season pass, so not quite sure what went and happened right there. On top of that, we went and got ourselves a Robbie Keane, a very nice card. Robbie Keane ended up happening. Interesting enough, they actually added him to the loading screen at about 5 PM. So I'm not quite sure I mean, EA's been all over the shop with updates and stuff being released and leaks and whatever. But shooting playstyles, he's got all you need. Dribbling playstyles, he's got tactical and first touch, very nice. And he's got himself the Trailblazers, so very nice. Obviously, no passing playstyles, no sort of like pace sort of playstyles, but yeah, really, really nice finisher. I can imagine this guy was sticking teams for about a month, 2 months maybe. 90, 90, 84, 90 pace, 90 dribbling, 84 shooting, kind of the most relevant ones. Advanced forward, I don't think it's the most in demand role plus plus, although I do actually have it as a role plus plus, as one of the player roles in my team. So, you know, and I use some Div 1 elite tactics sort of things. But yeah, not the worst playstyle plus, not worst role plus. Sadly, no all positions. So obviously, if you've got 2 really good strikers, probably not going to be too useful. Kind of the position I'm in my account. I mean, we'll show you what we're sitting on right now. We're sitting on Smolek and Evo'd Rashford, and you know, I'm not quite sure. He probably replaces Evo Rashford, probably even replaces Smolek, but you know, is he good value for money to do when I've got these 2 untradeable? Probably not too amazing. But that's the current team we're running. Did go and fail for qualifying for Weekend League first time, which was a bit embarrassing, but then we went and qualified the second time. So happy days, a nice weekend full of sadness for me. So how did the market react with Robbie Keane? Well, we showed you earlier that Fodder went up slightly. Interesting enough, again, EA neglecting high-rated Fodder. I mean, 285s, 484s, and I think it was like an 83. So yeah, EA neglecting Fodder being needed. And what it does mean you can actually still go and invest in Fodder. Probably would avoid 84s, but I'd say 85s, 6s and 7s are still not bad investments if you want to go and buy them. You can either buy them now and gamble that the Musiala SBC we might get tonight might not be demanded, or you gamble that we don't get Musiala, or you gamble that Musiala will come out and not be demanded, and you'll go and buy him this evening. But I mean, Musiala, like the Rafinha, probably has a chance of not allowing Fodder to really go and drop this evening, when it traditionally will go and drop. But yeah, what happened as a result of the... what do we have? The Keane SBC? Strikers didn't really react that badly. Like, bear in mind, Keane's quite well demanded. Pichon is basically the same price, if not more, after the SBC came out. Son wasn't really affected. He went down, he went up, and he'll probably now keep on rising going into around about 11 AM. Forlan, interesting enough, banged with Div rewards, then crashed, and now is, well, back up a portion of what he crashed. Morientes, again, crashed and has rebounded everything he crashed, which was interesting. Aspas crashed back up a little bit, but again, I can't see him being too progressive. So strikers weren't really affected by Keane, which is a big surprise because of, you know, how good of the card it is. But I think that comes down to there was a lot of panic selling going into it. And because there's a lot of panic selling going into it, there was less panic selling going out of it. So, yeah, I think that now leads us on to talk about what's the trend of the market. So obviously last week was a bit all over the shop. We had the Hero SBC on the Wednesday with the Icon SBC on the Sunday, and it was just an absolute cluster of no one really buying stuff and just doing SBCs. Well, now the trend is thought to be that we're going to go and get SBCs on the Sunday, and then there'll be a repeatable on the Thursday, which means we can now kind of tell you guys when is the best time to buy and sell stuff every week, as long as stuff isn't replaced by an SBC or they don't go and change the trend. So the trend with gold cards that are in packs is that they're basically going to go and drop on the Sunday, and they'll either drop a lot going into the Icon/Hero SBC, if not after the Icon SBC, Hero SBC. Then what they'll do is they'll then kind of plateau between the Monday, so they'll drop on the Sunday, they'll then plateau between about the Monday and the Tuesday, and even the Wednesday they won't be pretty too bad now that we know we're not likely to go and get Hero and Icon SBC. And then what we're going to go and see is we're then going to see them drop on the Wednesday evening down to Thursday Division Rival Awards, and then they should rebound Division Rival Awards probably through to about Friday midday, and then from Friday midday through to... what's it called? Friday midday through to Sunday they'll drop. So again, I'll throw in a little graph right now. So what we're going to go and get is, let's say, where are we today? We're on a Friday. So on the Friday, what's going to happen is the market is going to rise till about midday on the Friday. We're then going to be on the Saturday, and the market should slowly drop on the Saturday. We'll then go and hit the Sunday, and we expect the market to drop a bit harder on the Sunday. We'll then go and hit the Monday, and the market should either kind of plateau / maybe start rising a little bit. We'll then go and hit the Tuesday, and again the market will then keep rising a little bit. We'll then go and hit the Wednesday, and this is where halfway through the Wednesday the market will start dropping a little bit. But probably not as low as it was on the Sunday. And then we're back to the Thursday again, in which the market can rise quite nicely. That's for a card, well, what actually would happen on the Thursday is, they get a little bit cheaper on Thursday morning, and then they'll rise later in the evening. So that's cards that are in packs. Cards that are out of packs, what happens on the Friday, they rise really nicely. Then we hit the Saturday, and again, you're going to see the same sort of trend. The Sunday, you're going to see the same sort of trend. Drop there. Then on the Monday, they're going to rise. Then on the Tuesday, they're going to rise. Then on the Wednesday, they don't really seem to drop that much. There's sometimes a little bit of panic selling. And then on the Thursday, we see a sharper rise. So that's kind of what I expect to now see with the trend of the graph. So again, we see the rises basically Thursday, Friday, and then the market will drop kind of Friday to Sunday, and then we can again see another rise Sunday through to Tuesday/Wednesday. So hopefully that can help you guys a little bit with buying your teams. So your buy times are basically going to be Sunday, and then Thursday morning with Div Rival rewards, and then your sell times are going to be Tuesday evening, and then again you've got Thursday evening/Friday morning. I guess it's not quite to scale. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Again, we can show you this happening with, again, him dropping there to Sunday, kind of rebounding slightly to Tuesday, dropping Thursday, and now should rebound to Friday midday. We can show this up on Gilly, where, again, well, actually, let's go and use another gold card. We can show this with Conde, dropped on the Sunday, rebounded Monday through to around about Tuesday, Wednesday. Then want to drop Thursday of rewards, but then going and rebounded now, and should rebound till Friday midday. Heroes, icons, and out of pack stuff. Again, slightly different trend right here. These cards dropped once again here through to the Sunday. I don't think they'll drop as bad on the Monday, but there you go. Sunday evening, and then they just kind of rebounded. Saw a little bit drop on their Wednesday here, but you know, overall they're very, very progressive cards. Same with Gilly again, dropped there to the Sunday. Dropped a little bit here on the Wednesday once again, but then had a really nice rise out of packs. And again, I could probably, there you go, show Petite as well, where he dropped there through to the Sunday. We can see Monday here, but I wouldn't worry too much there. But once again, saw a nice rebound there on the Thursday and the Friday. So the overall trend now will be, again, dropping, I'll load this up again. The overall trend will be dropping to the Sunday, rebounding to the Tuesday/Wednesday, a little bit of a drop Wednesday evening, Thursday morning, and then there'll be even higher Thursday/Friday midday. That is obviously as long as the player is not replaced by an SBC or a Evo, because obviously players can get replaced by SBCs and Evos, and as a result, it can make all that trend quite null and void. So we've gone and got the Trailblazer Team 2 team leaked, so let's go talk about investments here. Meta cards that went out of packs of Trailblazer Team 1s didn't really do that well. Obviously, Bon Matip initially didn't really do that well out of packs. I mean, I can go and grab them right here. We've got Bon Matip and Haaland. Haaland, when he went out of packs, went out of packs at... Bon Matip, when she went out of packs, I think she went out of packs at 100 and... Yeah, I mean, you couldn't really invest it. Basically, she went out of packs at about 200k. She obviously hasn't done that well. Haaland hasn't done too badly. He went out of packs at around about 82k. Yeah, I mean, your buy point before everything was leaked was about 82k. He's up to 93, so again, I don't really back the metas. Fodder was quite nice out of packs this week. The Fodder went out of packs this week was Craver, Palmer, Gabriel, and Hempen Stanway. Let's go and show you guys how these cards did out of packs. There we go. Interesting enough, I think these cards actually peaked on the Wednesday. So Craver, before going out of packs, was 5.5k. He would then went and peaked out of packs on the Monday at around about 8k, so nice rebound right there. Gabriel, let's go and show you how his rebound was. Again, he was around about 8k, peaked up there at about 14.5k, so very nice right there. Be the same for Hemp, she would have peaked at 4.5k, and Stanway, wow, would have had a really nice rise on her. So again, what we kind of learned from this is, I mean, for the vast majority of the cards, they kind of peaked on the Wednesday after the party bag SBC, so that is probably going to be our sell time over on the Fodder. So what Fodder goes out of packs next week? Well, again, let's go and load up the team. The Fodder that goes out of packs next week is 87 Pop, 86 Breme, 86 Grimaldo, and 86 Guerrero. Rodman is Fodder, Rodman is an 84, but she's not Fodder, and 85 Bronze. So how do I work out what I want to pay for these cards? I'll basically pay up to 1k more for them to be out of packs than they are not out of packs. So for example, Grimaldo, 86 is at the moment around about 10.5, so I'd be willing to pay up to 11.5k for the 86s of Grimaldo, Breme, and Guerrero. So you can pick up Guerrero and Grimaldo pretty nicely. Obviously, we do need price range updates on these on the Monday for them to do that well. And likewise with Bronze, I'd probably only pay about 500 coins more than what an 85 is going for. And again, the reason to pay these premiums is because these cards can go and hit higher, so I'd go and pay up to 6.5k for Bronze. So, and that's under the anticipation of there being well-demanded SBCs today, or this week. But we already know there's well-demanded SBCs. Going to be probably the Hero SBC on the Sunday, and then Musiala more likely than not today. Other league content, Nuno Tavernas getting an objective. Now for the second time I've dropped my controller in this video. Should just put it on the table rather than resting on my knee. But we guys have a Nuno Tavernes objective coming. Now the investments you can go for this is you can gamble on them needing some Portuguese players and some Serie A players. If you don't know how the objectives work, half time they reply, well, a lot of the time they'll need players from the nation of the objective, and sometimes they'll need them from the league of the objective, never the club of the objective, so they're not going to go and require Lazio players. So as a result, what you can do is you can go and pick yourself up some Portuguese Serie A players under the gamble that they're going to need some Portuguese and Serie A. And again, you can basically pick these guys up at discard. You can go and pick him up for 500 coins. You can go and pick up Motta for 500 coins. And as you can see, I mean, if you want to go and play it very safe, you go 450. You basically just don't want to be paying that inflated. Diallo is obviously transferred. And then Vitinho again, we can see, if we go and look at the hourly, if you can go and pick him up for about 450, 500, there won't be much to go and worry about. Again, you'll always be able to go and sell them on for break even on lazy buyers. If you want to take a bit more of a gamble as well, you'd go with someone like Ronaldo. If they have some more awkward requirements, especially if they go down the Portuguese route, Ronaldo can be well demanded. If not, you've got some cheaper alternatives, maybe such as João Felix or Pedro Neto. But it's quite rare to go and see these sort of cards do well. But if you wanted an outside gamble, there's your gamble. There is another other sort of cards we can go and talk about regarding investments. Other investments I recommend looking at are Libertadores cards. Right now there isn't much demand to go and do the League SBC, and the reason there isn't as much demand to do the League SBC is because we've got double 87 upgrade packs. Well, the demand to do the League SBC should pick up over the weekend, especially tonight with the new promo team. So if you want to go and pick up 72 to 74 rated Sudamerica and Libertadores cards, that's not a bad shout. I think the main things we're looking to buy is 74s up to 2.5k, not from Boca Juniors or River Plate, and then 73s up to around about 1.9k. So stuff like Martinez probably not looking too bad. But I think that is going to go and wrap up the video. In today's tutorial channel, if I'm going to pick up my controller for the second time in the video, we are basically going to be answering the awkward question of how on earth do you go and set up linking your EA account to your YouTube and linking up your EA account to your Twitch? So if that is a question, or that is something that you guys haven't already done, because you can go and get yourself some draft packs, you go and get yourself a 35k pack for like completing all this sort of stuff. Yeah, hopefully it can be of assistance to you. So second link in the description to give you a tutorial channel to go and help you with that. But that has been that. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.